Dr. Lynch, on what date did you first become aware that there were allegations of problems in Phoenix?
On April 9th, 2014, Congressman.
And on what date did you travel to Phoenix to investigate?
I made the first visit to Phoenix, I believe, on April 17th. It was the Thursday before Easter. I was there through Easter until Tuesday of the following week.
And was that the day, what was the date you returned back to D.C.?
I believe it was on April 23rd, and I believe I came down to discuss the initial findings with the committee staff on April 24th.
And under whose direction did you fly to Phoenix?
Dr. Robert Petzel had asked me to go to Phoenix.
And who did you travel to Phoenix with?
Myself. My wife joined me for the weekend.
Can you please explain your role in the initial investigation in Phoenix, as well as the role of the individuals that you were with?
My initial role in Phoenix was to try to get an understanding of what had happened, to get a sense for how the congressional delegations, as well as the veteran service organizations, were viewing the allegations. I brought with me two individuals, Dr. Mike Davies and a scheduling expert, who did some initial work in discussing scheduling processes in Phoenix. I focused my attention on working with the Quality Assurance Department to identify what they had, what information they had about deaths that had occurred at the facility, and what review process they had put in place to look at those deaths. We further put in place a process to match those deaths against potential delays in care, so we could see whether or not any of the deaths they had records of necessarily or were related to delays in care.
You said you talked with Mike Davis. He didn't go down with you?
Mike Davies did go down with me, along with a scheduler. They spent their time talking with the folks in the scheduling office, also with providers, to get an understanding of their clinic management model.
Okay, because I thought you answered my question when I asked you who did you travel to Phoenix with. I thought you said by yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. They did. I flew by myself. They joined me there.
Okay.
The Monday following Easter.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. And when did you first become aware that the Phoenix facility had used an Excel spreadsheet in regards to patient scheduling?
Dr. Davies had indicated to me that they had heard there had been use of an Excel spreadsheet to transfer information about canceled patients to allow rescheduling of those patients. I will say that subsequently we found that spreadsheet reference to be incorrect when we went back the second week and worked through the process more completely.
And what date was that on?
The second visit occurred during the week of May 5th through May 9th. I arrived on Monday, May 5th. I left on Saturday, May 10th.
And during what period of time was the spreadsheet used?
I would correct the statement. I no longer think it was a spreadsheet. We now believe that it was an intermediate product generated by the VISTA system. When you cancel a patient, it generates a document that says, these are the patients you canceled. It provides information about their Social Security number, the date of their appointment, and the time of their appointment, so that you can use that information to reschedule the patient.
Okay, and the date that Mr. Davies informed you of, well, the spreadsheet, or I guess you don't call it a spreadsheet. What was the date that
at the time we thought it was. Okay. As I stressed to the committee staffers, this was an iterative process. We were learning. We wanted to be sure we understood the process. I believe he informed me on either April 21st or April 22nd. I'm sorry, April 20th or April 21st.
21st. And you informed the committee staff that this spreadsheet, so-called spreadsheet, was destroyed at some point. When was it destroyed, and who authorized it?
My understanding was that it was destroyed when the patients had been rescheduled, which would have been probably in late 2012 through mid-2013.
And it's my understanding that a paper wait list may constitute a number of items